They don't advertise for losers in the newspaper. That's what I was. That's me. Sam Hart. Private Dick. Washed up loser. Portrait of a man who, like Icarus, flew too close to the sun. All I wanted to do was figure out who killed my partner. I figured it was one of those dames he was always mixed up with. He usually had 2 or 3 on the line. At least one of them was usually a sick twist. That's what we were talking about the last time I saw him alive. Haywood Archer and I had been partners for 7 years. He worked out of a cramped office on the north side. It's where his nostalgia shop was located. I worked out of my house. We stayed in touch mostly by text and our PD tracking app we had built to keep our handle on our cases. But once in a while we got together to hang out and just shoot the bull. We really liked to catch up on each other's cases and have a good laugh. Haywood was a great guy. One of the best ever known. So, what's buzzing, cousin? Tell me about all these broads you're mixed up with.
Sam, broads are silly, you know. I got a couple I'm working right now. The Tierney case.
Wait. Tierney. Ava Tierney?
That's the one.
The one from all the society pages, Ava Tierney?
The very same, my friend, the very same.
Isn't she mixed up with Trafalgar?
Who isn't? But yeah, I think she is.
A lot of moxie on that one. We sure we can handle it?
Sam, I can handle it, pal. But yeah, we're cooking with gas on this one.
Well, I gotta ask. The two of you taking a tumble yet?
Yeah, we've, well, what can I say? She's glitterati.
God, you and the broads. Seriously. Well, is she a jive bomber or a dead hoofer? Please tell me that.
She can cut a rug, pal. She can cut a rug. We've been whooping it up at Annette's in Northeast. Great floor show.
Yeah, I've heard it's a good floor show, and Annette is a real cutie. All right, well, who's the other one?
Barbara Crawford. Also likely to be mixed up with Trafalgar.
Good gravy. This is going to be bad news. Are you sure you don't need my help on this?
No, I think I'm good, Sam. Ava's got me investigating her husband as a dodge she's trying to run for her dealings with Trafalgar. Barbara's a good kid. Quiet. Seems to have some money problems. I don't know what those are yet, but I'm pretty sure they are involving Trafalgar. Right, either she works for him, she saw something she wasn't supposed to see, he's got something on her he's not supposed to have. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm going to figure it out.
Trafalgar. Maximus Trafalgar was the big shot of Minneapolis. Everyone answered to him, even the Flatfoots. There was a project going on in Minneapolis. He was involved in it, in charge of it, bankrolling it. He was the main guy in town. We had crossed paths a couple of times in the past. Each time it hadn't ended well. He had a black tooth, which some people say was because he ate someone's heart once. Trafalgar was the center of the Minneapolis universe, and he knew it. Everybody knew it, and he loved it. You might want to bring me in on this one, hey?
Maybe, Sam, maybe. I'll let you know.
Just please remember that I got your back. Just like you had mine at Kenilworth.
Kenilworth.
We remembered our time in the big one. Hay yanked me down in the foxhole once when he saw a flash coming from the other side that I didn't see. I would have been shot in the head if he hadn't grabbed me. We looked at each other and remembered our time together.
Sam, don't Don't worry about me. All right, I'm right as rain. I got this. Don't worry. Okay?
That was the last time I saw Haywood Archer alive. A few days later, I got a text. I went to the spot on the path where Hay and I usually met for our discussions. I couldn't find him. I got nervous. I looked all around, couldn't find him anywhere. And then, well, I found him.
Hey, you! Hey! You there! Stop! Stop! Haywood. Oh, God. What did you get yourself into? What did you get yourself into, Pally?
I was in shock, but I did what anyone would do. I called up my buddy Tommy downtown. It wasn't long before he got there.
Art, that you down there? Art, that you down there?
Yeah, Tommy, it's me. You better get the boys to come down here. Come have a look yourself.
Jeez, is that?
Yeah, Tommy, it's him.
All right, boys, start canvassing the area, cordon off the scene. I'll call up the meat wagon. Sam, what are you two into?
I don't know, Tommy. I just don't know.
And suddenly the world became a much bigger place. And my place in that world got smaller and smaller.
Okay, Sam, I'm gonna cut you loose. You got me up to speed. Word of advice, don't get mixed up anymore with Trafalgar. He's got friends in high places. I don't know where I'm gonna get with this. Probably nowheresville.
Okay, all right, thanks, Tommy, I appreciate it.
Go home, get some rest. I'll text you if anything comes up. It looks like he died from that log we found next to his head. Blunt force injury. Are you sure you didn't see anything?
I wasn't sure what I saw. I wasn't sure why my friend was dead. The best friend that I ever had. I didn't know where I was going or what I was doing. I just knew that my heart ached, and I didn't have any idea what to do.
Statement.
Hart,
give us a statement.
We need
Any
some words
comment?
from you, Hart.
You want to make a statement about the Haywood Archer case?
Hey, what's this I'm hearing about you and your partner with some broad?
No comment. No comment. When are you going to learn? I don't dish to the Fourth Estate.
Come on, I got witnesses. Says they saw Haywood Archer coming out of the meat wagon.
Joe, I'm going to bust you across the chops.
Yeah, you're a real smart guy.
Yeah, I'm so smart it's a disease.
Come on, Sam, give us something here.
Yeah, we have a deadline to meet.
For the society pages, you three are something else. I'm taking a powder.
Hey, come on, man, answer these questions. What's going on?
Hart,
Hart,
wait
get
up.
back here.
Wait up. Sam, I have someone telling me that Trafalgar is mixed up in this. Be careful.
Yeah, I told Haywood the same thing. Trafalgar's glitterati, I get it.
He has people coming to Minneapolis from all over the world. It's some kind of big project. Real estate, engineers. No clue what it is, but it's lots of money, and it's lots of hush-hush, if you catch my drift.
Yeah, lots of hush-hush. I know what that means. All right, thanks for the information, Maggie. Maggie had always been a good source for me in the past. I decided she would get the scoop when this was all over. As I was walking home, I was thinking about the woman I saw next to Hayes' body. I didn't want to tell Tommy yet about the woman I saw. I needed to do some tracking on my own. Turns out, didn't have to. You? Lady, you got some nerve showing up here.
I wanted to explain what happened, how it happened.
Just stay there. Stay there. Don't move. Did you kill him? Did you?
It's not that simple.
Just sit down. It's a yes or no question.
Yes. Yes. It's yes then.
I'm calling Tommy.
Please, please, please let me explain. Please, let me explain.
You just confessed. Are you and that Tierney broad in cahoots?
No! No, God, no. I'm nothing like that woman. She's pure poison. She gives me the memes. The screaming memes.
All right. We're on the lanai. I'll take a seat. We can talk about this. You can unburden yourself.
All right. Haywood and I met in the town square. He found me sobbing on a park bench because I couldn't make the rent.
It was months ago. I remember it was raining that day. It was cold and windy, and Haywood made me feel warm and comforted. I explained to him that I owed some money to someone on account of my late husband. My husband was one of those people that always had something going, but it never made any money. He always owed money. Haywood covered me, supported me, got me through the toughest of times. We spent a lot of time together doing fun things. Things that couples do, which I miss terribly. He made me feel like I was fun to be around, like I mattered. We were always out exploring the town and finding interesting things to do. He was such a kind man. He took care of me when I needed someone the most. That kindness led to something more.
He was trying to get me out. That's what led him to that woman.
How long had you known Hay? Exactly.
Oh, I guess it was 3, maybe 4 months.
Interesting. It's funny because, he never mentioned you to me at all. That is until recently.
Well, he talked about you all the time. He said you were his best friend, the best a man could ever have.
Yeah, that's touching. But let's get to the part where we find you over his dead body. All right, save the waterworks for someone who's going to take a flyer, sister, okay? Just tell me what happened.
I can't tell you right now. I have
Why?
to go. You should find that woman.
Tierney? Why? Why can't you tell me right now? Where do you have to
You
go?
should find that woman. Oh, she's pure evil. Talk to her.
I don't understand why you have to go.
I have to go.
I still wasn't ready yet to tell Tommy that I saw Barbara at the scene. She was giving me the Babe in the Woods routine, but I still couldn't shake that feeling there was something more to what happened. I spent the next few days at the bottom of a bottle, and I had no idea how much time had passed. My partner was gone forever, and it hurt like a knife to the gut. When I finally came out of it, the snow had melted. I wasn't shocked. That was how spring was in Minnesota. I checked my phone and Ava Tierney had texted me. She told me to come to her apartment. She said she had a story to tell me. Ava Tierney.
Please do come in. My place has been a travesty since everything happened with Hay.
You call him Hay too, huh?
Of course. He insisted. Drink?
Sure. What do you got?
Vodka. Lots of vodka.
My kind of lady.
And I am a lady, Samuel. Make certain of that.
Only my mother calls me Samuel. So, you've been on quite the bender of late, hmm?
I've been a positive souse since Hay was killed.
There you go.
I can't believe he's gone.
So, who do you think did it? My friends downtown tell me that he was clobbered over the head. Maybe it was the fall that killed him. It's a long tumble down that hill.
I know who it was. I was there. Barbara Crawford. You talked to her yet?
Yes? Why do you think it was her?
He said she'd be there. Probably rolling in for some dough. She owes everyone in this town.
Everyone as in Maximus Trafalgar? Yeah, I've seen the two of you in the society pages. I've read all the articles. I've seen all the photos. You're in almost every other day. This is his apartment, isn't it? That was pretty easy to find out.
Maxie lets me flop here since my two-timing husband went missing. I like that you're investigating me.
It's my job. So, you're married. You know, Hay told me that you hired him to spy on your husband. Does that about sum it up? Listen, darling. You better level with me if you know what's good for you.
Okay. Yes. I met Haywood a few months ago. Heard he was the best man to hire when you find your husband's been stepping out on you. My husband was cheating on me. He got in with the wrong people. A real dunce who only cared about himself. He was horrible with money. Always owed someone. He never had anything. I never had anything. Haywood was there at the right time. He was a real class act. He could be serious, but also playful too. He really knew how to treat a lady. He was immediately comforting, understood my plight, wanted to help. We met several times after that at various locations. We'd while away the day at some off-the-beaten-path cafe, talking about our lives, our past. We discovered very quickly that we had a lot in common. It became romantic almost immediately. He made me feel like I hadn't felt in years. We had so much fun together being out on the town, just spending time together, doing anything, really. It sounds silly, but we both love rich French pastries. And goofing off in the most relaxing ways. He struck me as the first nice gentleman I'd met since my father. I cherished our brief amount of time together. It was amazing. Like something out of a romantic novel where there's always a happy ending. He was just the best. Tops. You know? And now he's gone.
Did Hay ever meet Trafalgar?
Why would he?
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out if he did. If it was because of your connection to Trafalgar. You know, Trafalgar's got bodies all over town. If you can find them. He's working on something. Something... Every time I ask anybody about it, they get a sudden case of amnesia.
Well, I haven't talked to Maxie. I haven't even seen him since last week at Annette's.
Floor show.
It's the best orchestra in town.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Samuel.
Only my mother calls me Samuel.
I like to call people by their full names.
Except Hay.
Well, yeah, you were intimate.
Okay, I think I'm gonna take a powder, sister. Do you have any other information you want to share with me? You know where my number is. You know where to find me.
Well, maybe next time I'll show up at your place.
Ava Tierney was hiding something too. Here's a dame who just lost a lover and was already trying to mix it up with me. I get how broads are, but she wasn't being honest. Dames are always pulling a switch on you, trying to surprise you. I guess it was my day for surprises.
Mr. Hart, someone wants to talk to you.
Yeah, who?
He doesn't like questions.
Yeah, I gather that. All right. Going. All right, I get it. Want me to sit here? There's no one there. What cooks? There's no one there. No one.
Mr. Hart, what brings you to this pigeon perch? Ah, yes, my associates, Big and Little.
There was no one there.
Yes, apparently you're not very familiar with who I am.
I'm familiar with you. We've met before. In passing. A little more than that, actually.
You have met Big and Little.
Let me guess who is who.
Ah, see, that's where you would be wrong. I'm a huge fan of dichotomy. The duality of man. You know, the Jungian thing.
It sounds like a bunch of gobbledygook to me. Are you gammon?
I can assure you, Mr. Hart, I am not gammon as the parlance of the street goes. The person of more diminutive stature is big. The person of larger stature is little. Each feels insecure about their vertical presence, so I gave them code names to help them feel more confident.
Wow, a regular saint you are.
I see my reputation precedes me.
Remember, we've met before.
Good. Now let's get right to the point. I was most saddened to hear about your partner's recent departure from this world. He was a good man after all. It's my understanding that my name has come up in your preliminary investigation, and I want to assure you that I was in no way responsible for his demise.
I'm so relieved.
Mr. Hart, I'm a patient man, but your sarcasm is going to get you another reminder from Little. Now, it's clear Mr. Archer's death was the result of a lover's quarrel.
Which lover?
Yes, he was indeed a man of the people, so to speak. It doesn't really matter, as you will soon find out. When you do, please remember, my business had nothing to do with it.
Your business?
Yes, I'm working on something quite extraordinary for our fair city, and I don't need the extra complications, if you catch my general drift.
Yeah, I can feel the wind blowing all right.
I did warn you. Continuing, Mr. Archer met his end because of one of the ladies he had in his life. Do we understand each other?
Yes, you are being crystal clear.
Excellent. Then you may go.
I took some time to nurse the going over I got from Trafalgar's goons. I was thinking about my next step when Tommy called me.
Hart, it's Tommy. Listen, the boys found an Amici at the scene. We think it's Haywood's. There's some video on it of him and that Tierney broad. They're on the path together, but it's choppy. I think his Amici was videotaping and he didn't know. There's also a blonde woman there, but we can't tell who it is. You know her?
No idea, Tommy. Tierney, you say?
Yeah, but we aren't sure it's from the same day. You walk that path a lot?
All the time.
Alright, well, the IT boys are trying to recover it. I'll let you know what we get. And remember, stay away from Trafalgar. Capiche?
Capiche. Just as I hung up with Tommy, I got a text. Text said that I should check out the old Marchant building in Northeast if I wanted to know what Trafalgar was up to. I stopped off at my favorite watering hole before checking it out. Dusty's always helped me think more clearly when I was on cases. They had good vodka, good people, and it was a really relaxing place. I got to the old Marchant building and decided I better amble around back to see if I could sneak in. The outside looked ordinary, almost too ordinary. I was walking around when I saw a familiar face. Little Miss Tierney, out doing who knows what. I was curious, wondering what she was doing coming out of that building. What was inside of the building? I decided that the coast was clear, and I needed to take a flyer to find out what exactly was going on in that building. I got inside, and the place was enormous. I didn't know where to start. There didn't seem to be anybody around, so I started snooping. The place was a maze. I didn't know where I was going. I'd look around one corner and see rows and rows and shelves of nothing, or sometimes empty hallways. I kept looking. There was a lot of files and engineering equipment, just like Maggie had talked about. It looked like a lot of people had been working there on something. What it was, I didn't know. I began to see some shelves that looked like they might have some answers for me. It seemed crazy to me that there was no one there, but the shelves that I just come upon looked like they had some sort of plans for some big project. I finally found a shelf that had some answers. Those answers brought more questions. I had no idea what I was looking at. I wasn't a scientist or an engineer.
Big, little. I thought I heard some rustling over there. Go check it out.
I wasn't sure whose voice that was, but I got out of there quick. I got back to my place, unrolled the plans, and started to do some deep study. Right about the time some of it started to make sense, there was a knock at the door.
Remember I said I'd just show up at your place sometime? I'm lonely and it's late. I need someone to calm my nerves.
Ms. Tierney. Come on in.
I got the feeling that Ava Tierney was checking up on me for Trafalgar, or just checking up on me in general. Either way, she wasn't being honest and being awfully snoopy.
Thought I saw you over in Northeast.
What of it? Everybody knows Dusty's is my home away from home. I'm on that side of town all the time.
Well, did you see me?
You know, Barbara Crawford doesn't think too highly of you.
Yeah, well, some people are sore losers.
You know, my friend Tommy is head detective downtown. He puts you at the scene of the crime. He has a video.
Oh, Haywood and I walk that path constantly. He'd take pictures of me, videos sometimes. He picked me over Miss Girl Next Door. What a drip.
What exactly do you do for Max Trafalgar?
We've been over this before. He's a good Samaritan. My husband, remember?
Well, Miss Tierney, I don't think you're being honest with me.
I always tell the truth. My mother insisted.
That's Jake. How exactly are you in cahoots with Max Trafalgar? What is Shangri-La? What's with the peepers, sister? They look mighty scared to me.
Well, Maxie's, his blood gets up, and then bad things happen.
Yeah, I gathered that.
Look, both Maxie and Hay knew I wasn't rational. It was all fun and games, till she showed up.
Crawford?
That woman is pure evil.
She said the same thing about you.
Well, she's a liar.
Miss Tierney, you aren't answering any of my questions. But we're going to have to talk again another time. I have a prior engagement this evening. It's time for you to take a powder, sister.
But I just got here.
Out! I have work to do.
Oh, poo. Well, you know where to find me, Samuel. Next time, let's not talk about all this tedious nonsense and have some fun.
With Ava Tierney gone, I settled back in to try to make sense of these plans that I found in the warehouse. At first glance, it seemed like somebody wanted to change the weather in Minneapolis from underground. It seemed crazy, like something right out of a science fiction serial you'd see at the movies. I couldn't make sense of it. It was way above my head. But it really did seem like somebody was trying to heat a whole lot of area around the city of Minneapolis or underneath it. Night dragged on and I needed another drink. Some of it made sense to me and some of it didn't. I wish that somebody could have been there to explain it to me. After a long night of studying, it seemed like my wish was going to come true.
What is my place, Grand Central Station tonight?
Can I come in, please?
Yeah.
I let Barbara Crawford, my second visitor, in, and we settled in on the couch.
Have you made any progress in the case? I tried to help you.
Was it you that sent me the text? The big clam up again. It's very familiar. As far as the case goes, maybe. I don't know. I wish someone would tell me something. Be honest with me. Tommy's telling me things. Tommy's being honest with me. You know, I had a hell of a chinwag with him on the blower the other day. You know what he told me? He told me that he recovered Haywood's Amici at the scene with video on it of you at the scene of the murder. Don't worry. I covered for you.
Thank you, Sam. I want you to know that
You gonna hear a confession?
No, it's just that I was responsible for Haywood's death. I know that I drove him to that woman.
Ava Tierney.
Yes. Oh, she just makes my blood boil.
So naturally that meant you beat Haywood to death with a log.
No. But it may as well have been me.
So who did it then?
Who do you think?
Tierney again? But why? What was her motivation? It doesn't make any sense.
People that are insane don't need motives.
Insane. So you're saying she was bonkers? Like crazy in the head and in the melon?
Yes! It's funny the way that you put it.
Well, I'll tell you. You seem genuinely guilty. Genuinely trying to take responsibility for all of this. Otherwise, I'd say you were playing me. But I don't think you are.
I told you. I loved Haywood. He made me feel less alone when I needed someone the most. My husband, he left me with so much debt.
I don't understand why you're responsible for that.
You don't know Max Trafalgar.
Yeah, I'm beginning to know a lot more about him. What is he forcing you to do to make up for it?
I'm working on the big project, Shangri-La.
Yeah, I saw some plans for that. I don't understand what it is. Heating coils, Minneapolis?
I just know a lot about science and weather, and I have patents on meteorology equipment. But you don't want to know about that. Trust me. Max Trafalgar will end you. As in, permanently. But I want to be done with all of that. Please. Please, Sam. Can you get me out? Please, please help me. I know that I could be close to you. Closer than I was with Haywood. And I know you'll find out the truth. And when you do, I will be waiting for you.
My recent meetings with Ava Tierney and Barbara Crawford drove me straight to my favorite watering hole. I didn't know what to think anymore. I did feel close to Barbara. Thank goodness for a good martini. Relaxing at Dusty's was always a good way to clear my head. I enjoyed talking to all the locals. They were all right. Pretty Jake. And they were Jake with me. It was nice to hear about their issues and their problems, and it made me forget about mine. Mine seemed too big, but I had to solve them. I had to figure it all out. And that meant walking the streets. Why did Hay die? I couldn't figure it out. The answer was elusive, hiding in the shadows. Maybe it was somewhere on the streets. Could it have been those plans that I just saw in the warehouse? The weird weather-changing project? The Broads? I just didn't know. But it hit me so hard that night that Hay was gone and I'd lost a brother. Hours went by. It might have been longer. I went home once to change clothes. I didn't know, I didn't care. All I knew was my best friend was dead and I still didn't know who killed him. The darkness sucked me in, made the whole case overwhelming, like I'd never solve it. I'd never figure out what happened to Hay. Bits of light gave me glimmers of hope. They faded quickly. I was still lost. Sometime towards the end of all that walking, I felt like my guardian angel was following me.
You know, I had a funny feeling that I'd be running into you on these empty streets. Very lonely streets.
Listen, you need to back off Trafalgar.
Why? What am I, a jamoke?
Seriously, Sam, you know how powerful he is. Back off. I've got some more information about what's coming, and everyone is backing him, and I mean everyone.
I have to know what happened to Hay. I have to. I really do.
Think you can do that and not get killed in the process?
Maggie was right. I was flirting with death, flirting with the afterlife. I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know what direction I should go. The streets always had the answers. Streets of my town. All the lights, the hard pavement, the people, the surprises that you sometimes saw that made life just a little bit more pleasant. The lights of the city, of downtown, quiet table, vodka, all good. All a good combination to think, to wonder, to solve my problems. The city was a cold place, a beautiful place, at night and in the morning. And on that morning, I got to see it wake up. After talking to Maggie and a long night of walking the streets, I decided I was going downtown to tell Tommy everything. Turns out, someone had other plans for me.
There's no one. Oh, right.
If you don't like the weather in Minnesota, just wait a minute. Isn't that the cliche? I see little needs me to be a little more serious. Well, the snow is gone and it's melted away our current dreams and brought new ones. Oh, Mr. Hart, whatever are we going to do with you? You just can't mind your own business.
What can I say? I'm a curious sort of fellow, I guess.
Well, curiosity did kill the cat. Honestly, I haven't decided what to do with you yet. I have, however, decided what to do with Miss Tierney. She's on vacation for a while. A long while.
You did it.
Mr. Hart, you think so little of me. I'm not a barbarian. She really is on vacation. Sarasota Springs, I think, is where she wanted to go. Florida's such a lovely place this time of year. Wouldn't it be nice if Minneapolis was just as nice all year round?
Is that what you're cooking up? Some kind of evil scientist thing? With a scary contraption? Yeah, I've seen all the serials.
Creating paradise is never evil. But we do have to keep it all hush-hush until all the players are set. And that's why I'm trying to figure out what to do with you. You do realize I could shut you up forever. One word too big or little, and it's the big goodbye. But no, I haven't done that in a long, long while. Too vulgar. Instead, I think I'm going to show you what will happen to someone who has become rather close to you of late. Miss Crawford here will be punished. Monetarily at first, and then physically, if you don't back off. Stop sticking your nose where it doesn't belong.
So that's what happened? The big weather changing project? Hay got too close and you had him rubbed out?
Oh, Mr. Hart, you amuse me so. I don't care what the late Mr. Archer knew or didn't know. Let's pause a moment and reflect upon his departure from this world. His death was unfortunate, yes, but it had nothing to do with me. And you will soon find that out. I believe Detective Mankiewicz has a little video to show you. Now, my associates and I will take our leave. You, Miss Crawford, have been warned.
You all right?
I didn't know exactly why, but I felt so close to Barbara Crawford right in that moment, and I knew she was on the level.
Sam! Oh, Sam! I'm so frightened. Please, hold me. I can't do anything more for that man. Please, please protect me from him. That's why I sent you the address of that building. I thought you could stop the whole thing, expose it. But I was wrong, so wrong. Now we have to protect each other.
here we are, friends, back at the beginning of my story, not knowing anything or being any the wiser. Tommy texted me and told me that the boys recovered the video. They had their killer. I headed downtown.
All right, Hart. Looks like Haywood's phone was recording video for some reason. We found it in his chest pocket. We've only got pieces to work with, but it's clear who did it. Are you sure you can handle this?
Yeah, Tommy, I'm sure.
Okay, here we go. You okay, Hart?
Yeah, Tommy, I'm fine.
So this puts your girl in the clear, and we have a lead on Tierney in Florida. Hopefully she's gonna sing like a canary about Trafalgar.
Trafalgar's got nothing to do with it.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm sure. It was a lover's quarrel, Tommy. You know how broads can be. Hey, you said my girl. How did you know I was holding out on you?